Let your people only can hear and see you. If I'm too high, bring me down. If I'm too low, Lord, lift me up. Put me at a level, oh God, to be used by you. And then we're going to be mindful to give you honor and the glory. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Let church say amen. Come on, put your hands together one more time. That's the self-righteous pride today. We thank God for all of you who have come out this morning. I know you could have chosen any church, but I'm glad that you chose Isaacson Baptist Church because I got a word for you today. As we get ready to go into our part 2 of our series that we started last week. We started the series last week was called Seeking the Lord's Deliverance. And we talked about last week, knowing makes the difference. Knowing makes the difference. How many know knowing makes the difference? Amen. So we thank God for the word last week. We're going to go into part 2. I don't want to hold you long today, so let's get right into God's word. Let's go to the book of Genesis. Now, if you don't know what Genesis is, you ain't been in church a long time. Amen, somebody. Let's go to Genesis chapter 13. Genesis chapter 13. We're going to start at verse number 8. Genesis chapter 13, start at verse number 8. And when you have it, it's our custom here that we stand for the reading of God's word. If you're able to stand today, that's Genesis chapter 13, starting at verse number 8. And when you got it, signify by saying, I got it. Look what it says. In verse number 8, it says, So Abram said to Lot, Please let there be no strife between you and me, and between my herdsmen and your herdsmen, for we are brethren. Is not the whole land before you? Please separate from me. If you take the left, then I'll go right. Or if you go to the right, then I'll go left. Drop down to verse 14. And the Lord said to Abram, after Lot had separated from him, Lift up your eyes now and look from the place where you are northward, southward, eastward, and westward. For all the land which you see, I give to you and your descendants. For a few minutes, I want to talk from this subject, leaving a lot. I want to talk from this subject, leaving a lot. If household of faith repeat our thought this morning, leaving a lot. Amen, my brothers and my sisters. My brothers and my sisters, I have discovered that all of us in life, we are going to have to make some choices.
That's right.
And some of the choices that you and I will make, some will be good, and some will be bad. When you look at our text today, Genesis chapter 13 records the event that took place between Abraham and his nephew Lot. God has called Abraham to move on out of his country and to move to a place where God will send him. Have I got a witness here today?
Yes.
But Abraham has to make a choice. And I think I'll tell anybody in here today, in order to reach your destiny, sometimes you're going to have to make some difficult choices in your life. Have I got some help here today? See, some of our choices could be whether to leave a place or whether to stay. Some of our choices could be whether we leave someone or stay with that someone. Some of our choices could be, matter of fact, when it comes to relationships, even not only with your friends, but even with your family. And what in our text, God, he shows up and he tells Abraham, if you're going to reach your destiny, you're going to have to make some adjustments. Can I tell you why? Because if you don't make some adjustments, what happens is you'll always do what you always done, and you'll always get what you always got. Oh, I wish I had a church here today. So now Abraham has to make a choice whether to leave his family, leave his familiar, to leave his father's house and go to a place where God is sending him. Now somebody in this church today, God has given you a choice where you have to make a decision whether you're going to stay or whether you're going to go. Whether you're going to take this job or not take this job. And not only that, sometimes you have to make a choice whether you're going to leave your friends and your family. But what I want to tell you that if you're going to make it to your destiny, there's 3 things that you need to understand. Number 1, here we go. Let's get to the text. Number 1. The first thing you have to do, if you're going to reach your destiny, you got to be able to separate from your lot. Somebody says separate from your lot. Look at verse number 8. Abraham said to Lot, please let there be no strife between you and me, between your herdsmen and my herdsmen. But then he said, watch it, verse number 9, he said, is not the whole land before you? Please separate from me. I think I ought to tell you, that sometimes success comes on the heel of separation. That's right. See, you can't hold on to everything and everybody and expect God to bless you. Oh, I think I'll say that one more time. You can't hold on to everything and everybody and expect God to bless you. See, you can't have every kind of attachments on your life and expect God to allow you to be successful. So the first thing Abraham has to do is he has to separate from Lot. Let the church shout, separate from Lot. Say that one more time, separate from Lot. Watch this. The Lord says to Abraham, look at chapter 12, verse number 1. Are you there? It says, now the Lord said to Abraham, get out of the country, leave your family and leave your father's house. Watch this. In other words, he's telling Abraham, you got to leave what is familiar. In other words, where you are. Then he tells him, now you have to leave your family. And then he tells him, now you have to leave your father's house. But drop down to verse 4 in chapter 12. In verse 4, chapter Abraham, he departed, but look at the text. The text says that Lot went with him. Oh, y'all ain't got it yet. Y'all ain't got it yet. And Lot went with him. See, Lot in this text, he represents more than just a person. See, Lot in this text represents a place. It represents a thing. Lot in this text, it represents something that God did not add. Oh, I wish I had some help. And you need to understand, a lot can be a man, a lot can be a woman. But you need to understand, if God did not add it, then it becomes an attachment. I'm preaching, y'all ain't catching it. Watch this. See, Lot represents a distraction. Lot represents bondage. Lot represents an attachment. See, watch this. And you need to understand. Watch it. See, we serve a God who specializes in addition. But the devil specializes in attachments. And what you're going to have to be able to do is discern between what is an add or what is an attachment. Have I got a witness in there? Sometimes you got to go to God in prayer and you got to say, Lord, I need you to help me to discern between what you're trying to add to me and what the devil trying to attach. Oh, I got no help today. That's okay. I'll preach all by myself today. Watch it. Something in the life that God did not add, something that found that it just attached onto you. Have I got a witness here today? Okay, y'all don't like me. Y'all don't like me. I know y'all wouldn't like this kind of preaching because right now, if I told you that you can have anything or anybody and still God bless you with it, y'all will get up and tear this church all to pieces. Y'all will just shout and holler and scream. But baby, I hate to tell you, because the truth be told, you can't have anything and everybody in your life and expect God's hands to be on it. Oh, I know y'all didn't want to hear that. But what you need to understand, you're going to have to separate yourself from some lots. As a matter of fact, some Latinos. Have I got a witness here today? What you need to understand, watch it, I know you invested a lot in your lot. Preach, Brown, I believe I will. But what you need to understand, your lot has done more withdrawal than it has deposits. Have I got some help today? What you need to understand, watch this, watch it. See, you got to ask your lot, now what you bringing to the table? Have I got a witness? But watch it, when your lot looks back at you and they said what you bring to the table, you look at them and say, you know something, Lot, I am the table. Because everybody will shout for the fact that you know that you already testify to that right now. Yeah, every now and then, you got to go through your phone and delete some likes. How many got a witness here today? Sometimes you got to unfollow some likes. Here we go. First thing we understand when you're going to try to get to your destiny, when you're trying to get where God is trying to take you, the first thing you have to do is separate from your life. Let me give you number 2, get you out of here. Number 2, if you're going to get deliverance, if you're going to get to your destiny, number 2, you got to stand firm on your life. Yeah, stand firm on your life. Look at the B clause of verse number 9. It says, if you take the left, then I'll go which way? I'll go to the right. But if you take the right, then I'm going to go left. See, watch it in Genesis chapter 4. Watch it. The text said, Lot went with him. There's nowhere in the text does it say that Abraham invited him. Did y'all see it in the text when you read? No. There's nowhere in the text where it said Abraham invited him. Abraham didn't invite Lot, he just went. Stay with me. He didn't ask him to come. Abraham didn't ask him to come. He didn't, but watch this. He didn't ask him to come, but he didn't say no. He didn't ask him to come, but he didn't stop him either. And how many of y'all know there's some things that we didn't ask for, but we didn't turn down either? Oh, I got the wrong crowd. I see all the church folk that showed up. How many know there's some things that you didn't ask for, but then they just taxed over? Oh, to you, but you didn't say no either. Amen, somebody? Watch it. We didn't go looking for it, but it found us, but we still didn't say no. Oh, it's going to be rough in here this morning. I can tell already. And see, and one thing, watch it. You're going to have to be careful dealing with attachments. Do y'all feel me this morning? You got to be careful when you start. Okay, y'all got it. Okay, let me see if I get it. Back in 1976, I bought my first brand new Monte Carlo. Oh, good sure you all seen it. And it was sharp. It had the captain seats where you can sit and people come and I can turn around and talk to them from the outside. Oh, shout somebody. You know what? It was very, it was just Tam, you should have seen it. It was clean. I mean, it was clean. And then so what happened was, I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna put some more stuff on it. So what I did was, watch this, I put me some spinners. And then, yeah. So I put some half white walls on the tires. Are y'all feeling me today? But then when I started driving it, it kind of rough. And I said, well, wait a minute here. Riding kind of rough. So I took it to the Chevrolet dealership. And I said, hey, my riding kind of rough here. And the man comes and said, watch this. He said, you attached some stuff on your car that the manufacturer didn't call for. You know what he told me? He said, if you want to take it off, I'll live with the rough ride. Oh, I don't know who I'm talking to this morning, but somebody up in here done treated your life like you did your car. You done attach some stuff onto you, and now you wonder why you ride so rough. That's because you have brought in some stuff that didn't belong to God. Have I got a witness here today? Yeah, yes sir. Watch it. You're gonna attach something. You're gonna attach yourself to some brother or some sister. Listen. Oh, I know she's gonna do it. Beyonce fine. Hannah Berry Lewis fine. What you need to understand, but now you attach them folks to you, but yet your life is still ragged. Have I got a witness here? Watch this. God does not deal with attachment. God deals with addition. Watch it. You know what ain't with you? Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. Watch what it said. It said, seek ye first. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And he didn't say all these things will be attached, did he? He said all these things be what? Added. Oh, I'm sorry, he be what? Added unto you. Everything that God didn't add is a lie. Somebody came in this morning carrying a lot. Somebody came in this morning with a lot on your plate. Somebody here left a lot home. Somebody get ready to go back to a lot. And I stopped by to tell you, baby, you gotta lose your lot if you're gonna get where God wants you to be. If you're going to make it to your destiny, you gotta stand firm on your lot. See, lot is anything that comes between you and God. You can't say that God bless you with this job and it takes you out of church. You can't say God bless you with this job and you miss your prayer life, you miss worship, because anything that's not added to your life is an attachment. Watch this, watch this. You come to church and you pray that, Lord, please send me somebody. I'm tired of being a bridesmaid and never a bride. I stop by to tell you that they keep you from coming to church. Baby, that's not an addition, that's an attachment. How many of y'all know that when you know what I know, that you got to stand firm on your ground? You got to stay with the Lord. Anybody here know what I'm talking about this morning? If it ain't bringing something good into your life, it's an attachment. But if it brings something good into your life, that's an addition. I don't know about you, but I'd rather have an addition than an attachment. You wake your neighbor up and say, neighbor, you need an addition. I'm almost done. Look at the text. Look at the text. Look at the text. Look at the text. The Bible says the first thing you need to see is you got to what? Separate from your life. But then the third thing, or the second thing you got to do, you got to stand firm on your life. You got to understand. Don't let nobody knock you off that holy real estate that you have standing. If you was doing good before life showed up, because look at you bad all by yourself. Have I got a witness here today? Yeah. If life's not adding anything to you, baby, that's an attachment. And you need to let that thing go. Here's the third thing. Let me tell you, third thing. If you're going to reach your destiny, and you're going to get deliverance from the Lord, number 3, you got to learn to stay with the Lord. Stay with the Lord. Verse 14 and 13. And the Lord said to Abram, he said, so that after he had separated from Lot, he said, lift up your eyes now. Everywhere you look, Abraham, I'm going to give it to you. Oh, your Baptist so don't know what to shout. He said, everywhere you look, I done gave it to you. Not only everywhere you look, but everywhere you walk. It belongs to you. See, watch this. When you look at this text this morning, y'all watch this. This separation is affecting Abraham because when you've been attached to a lot, it's hard to separate from a lot, especially if you've been willing for a long time. Have I got some help in there? Breaking up is hard to do. Have I got a witness? Watch this. What happens is when you start trying to separate from your lot, and then once you get away from your lot, you'll start seeing everything that reminds you of lots. Matter of fact, you'll start smelling certain fragrances and perfume that got your nose wide open. Start reminding you of lots. As a matter of fact, you'll start looking at cars go down the road, and you think, oh, that sure look like lots. How about I witness here today? You got to be able. Watch this. See, watch. See, right now, tell right now, look out in the crowd, and somebody right now is having a lot of flashbacks. And you think you can't move because you can't get over your lots. Lot is gone. And Abraham is thinking about Lot. And somebody said up in church this morning, you wondering about your lots. You sit up here right now in church trying to get your praise on, and you worry about lots. I wonder what lots do. I wonder if Lot eating everything in my refrigerator. Help me here, somebody. You sitting in here, amen, somebody, and you wonder about Lot drinking up all your, you fill in the blank. All right. I'll do it for you, pets. Abraham, he's the text, his head is hung down. But can I bless you right quick? He's thinking about Lot. The text says his head is hung down. But watch this. This is what's going to bless you. The text says, then the Lord shows up. I got the wrong crowd. He's thinking about his life. But the text says, the Lord showed up. And you know what? You and I ought to thank God because he knows when to show up. Anybody here glad like me that the Lord knows when to step in and stop you from going back after Lot? Oh, y'all ain't feeling me. Somebody ought to give God some crazy praise up in here because God didn't allow you to go back to that lie. He blocked it. Somebody shout, he blocked it. Oh, come on. Can we be real with each other today? You try to get in your car to go see the lie, but you didn't have no gas. That's because God blocked it to keep you from going back. See a lot. The text says, I'm almost done. The text says, Abraham lifted up his eyes. And I want to tell somebody to just stay with the Lord. Yes. The Lord, he tells Abraham, he said, watch it. He said, I need you to look north. I need you to look west. I need you to look east. And I need you to look south. That's north back this way somewhere. I think north that way. And he tells him, just, in other words, he said, just look around. The Lord said, even though Lot is gone, I'm going to bless you with what you got left. Woo! Baptist folk don't know when to shout. Even though Lot is gone, I want to bless you with what you got left. And that's a word for somebody this morning. No matter if you lost a lot in this season, isn't it good to know that the God we serve can step in and bless you? Even though you lost a lot, just stay with the Lord. I ain't ready. Watch it. No, watch it. When you lost your life, you need to understand you've got to look through the lens of faith and not look through the lens of your flesh. Haven't got a wicked because we know the flesh can be deceitful and wicked at times. That's why you can't really go by your heart. I know Big Mama told you, baby, follow your heart, but baby, that's a lie. Because how many of you can testify our heart got us in trouble, didn't it? We fell in love with the wrong folks. Haven't got some help today. What you have to do, you have to follow your spirit man to lead you where God wants you to be. And the reason why is because you can't look at it through the lens of your faith flesh, because you look at it at the lens of your flesh, you'll look like you lost a lot. Haven't got a witness in there. But just stay with the Lord because the Lord, he tells Abraham, watch this, he said, everywhere. Somebody shout everywhere. Everywhere you look. He said, I'm going to bless you. But not only that, he said, everywhere you look, I'm going to bless you. But not only you, I'm going to bless your children's children. He said, I'm going to bless your seed. Seeds. Have I got a witness? And how many of y'all know all of us in here is a seed of Abraham? Oh, I stopped by to tell somebody this morning, you got to separate from your lot. Stand firm on your lot. And if you do that, the Lord will bless you. Oh, I'm ready now. Abraham, he tells Lot. He said, watch this. He said, if you go left, he said, I'll go right. Have a God over this. Can I tell you what that means? What that means is, he said, I love you, but I'm going to love you from a distance. Have a God over this. And every now and then, you got to love your life from a distance. But that's okay because the Bible said, everywhere your foot tread, God said, I'm going to give it to you. And I don't know about y'all, but I got faith in my feet. And all I got to do is just walk that thing on out. When you look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, even though you lost a lot, God will. I said, God will. I said, God will. He want to take care of you. You mind getting on your feet. Just to know David's name. Oh, neighbor. Just start looking around. I said, just start looking around. Come on, just start looking around. So everywhere you look, God said, I'm going to bless you. Anybody here want to be blessed today? Well, you got to start walking like a blessing. You got to move like a blessing. I don't know about you, but I thank God for blessing me. But I had to leave a lot behind. Anybody else had to leave a lot? I know you lost a lot. And I know you invested a lot in your lot. But baby, I stopped by to tell you, God didn't bring you that far just to leave you now. When God put that word on my spirit, He said, let's help somebody in this church today. Because you're going into 2020 carrying a lot. Amen, somebody. You carrying a lot. Somebody here got a lot on your plate. But I stopped by to tell you, if you just stay with the Lord, the Lord will bless you right where you are. The doors of the church are open. If you hear the name of Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, just ask Him why you're here today.